information provided by...
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, 25 vitamins and minerals, and a new fiber blend with a prebiotic.
Did you hear that? It's the sound of your sandpaper skin. It's like I'm spooning a cactus. You need Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion.
Much softer.
Now, if only it could soften the snoring.
I snore?
And meet new fragrance-free Jergens.
Tomorrow on ET, our exclusive with Grammy host Trevor Noah.
That's like the most selfish reason I do it.
It's such a dope night. All right, we leave you now with the 2 most streamed shows of 2023. Really interesting. Night, everybody.
Bluey!
The Australian animated series Bluey made the jump to Disney Plus and was streamed 43.9 billion minutes.
Taking turns can be difficult.
But easily taking the top spot? What are you wearing?
Happening now.
Pro-Palestinian activists have been taking an aggressive approach to push for a vote on a ceasefire resolution. Coming up are their tactics swaying city council members.
I've got my sights set on our next rainmaker, when it will be in your neighborhood, and how it could potentially impact your weekend plans. Coming up.
Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, all of those streaming services can really add up. Coming up, we're going to give you 5 ways that you can trim that bill. The News at 5 starts right now. And first at 5, they've interrupted news conferences, city council meetings, even apparently meals. Pro-Palestinian activists have been turning up the heat on city council members, all in an effort to get San Antonio council members to vote on a ceasefire resolution involving Israel and Hamas in Gaza.
But that idea doesn't have the support of enough council members to bring it to a vote right now. Garrett Berger went to ask why some activists have taken a much more aggressive approach to an idea that stalled.
Some pro-Palestinian activists aren't waiting for the city's public comment sessions anymore. In the past week, videos posted to Instagram by 2 groups show protesters starting angry confrontations with Mayor Ron Nirenberg at a restaurant.
Do you support genocide, Ron?
Councilman John Courage at his mayoral announcement.
Support a ceasefire, and you do not!
Councilwoman Phyllis Villagrán at a sustainability symposium, and Nirenberg again at the mayor's Dream Ball.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Activists have said they want the end of San Antonio's Friendship City Agreement with Tel Aviv and for City Council to pass a ceasefire resolution. They've been a regular fixture at public comment sessions for months, but with a lack of support from most council members so far, some have turned up the heat.
People are naturally angry because they engaged the process in good faith and the process has failed them.
Alex Burnell with San Antonio for Justice in Palestine says this is a global movement, which should make it more difficult to dismiss their temperament.
I think it's much more convenient to try to do so for political reasons, to be able to begin to build the caricature of the angry activist. But remember what the activist is angry about. Right.
Tori Cruz with the Party for Socialism and Liberation says they want council members to change their stance. But if not,
then yes, we do want to let people know that these, for the rest of their political careers, that these people stood on the wrong side of history.
Got it. So either you push them to what you're hoping they'll do, or they're singled out.
Yep.
So far, the approach doesn't appear to be swaying council members.
They change your mind at all?
No, they didn't. But like I said, I respect their passion. I've had it too.
There had been hope among activists that District 1 Councilwoman Silk Kaur might step in to be the 3rd council member required to force a meeting on a ceasefire resolution. But she told us in a statement today that while her support for a ceasefire is unwavering, she doesn't think the use of a 3-signature memo is appropriate. And quote, "Given there is no direct outcome necessitated by the resolution, I will not be signing the memo." Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
So where does the mayor stand on all this? Well, after the attack on Israel on October 7th, Mayor Nirenberg voiced support for Israel and furthermore, the San Antonio Jewish community. Early this month, regarding the memo, he said he'd rather focus on easing the pain and trauma being felt.
An update now to a bizarre story that we first told you about yesterday. We now know the name of a man that San Antonio police say was found walking outside, acting erratically and covered in blood. He allegedly said that it was his wife's blood. Police say that man is Carlos Portillo. According to SAPD, he was found outside apartments near Vance Jackson and Wurzbach yesterday morning, soaked in blood. Moments later, officers found a woman dead inside an apartment. They say that woman was Portillo's wife who had been shot. He's now been charged with murder.
New at 5, 1 week after a deadly shooting involving several SAPD officers on South Flores, we're now learning the details as to what led to that deadly encounter, as well as the name of the suspect that was shot and killed. Happened last Tuesday night. We had it on the night beat. Detectives say officers were called out to the 5900 block of South Flores near East South Cross after being told a suspect killed his girlfriend. While investigating that murder, they say the suspect returned to the scene and targeted police. Detectives say he rammed his vehicle into an SAPD patrol car, then pulled out a long gun and pointed it at officers, fired off at least one shot. The officers returned fire, hitting the suspect multiple times. He died at the scene. The man has been identified as 46-year-old John Garcia. The department has also released the names of the officers involved. They are Sergeant Kevin Noggle, Daniel Villarreal, Thomas Rivas, Nathaniel Linville, Henry Galindo, and probationary officer Daniel Hooker. All of those officers involved will be placed on administrative duty as the investigation into the incident continues. That's normal protocol. The name of the woman Garcia allegedly killed has not been released yet.
Happening in just about an hour, a public discussion about a brand new police substation on the city's south side. People living in City Council District 3 are encouraged to attend and ask questions. Representatives from the city and from Councilwoman Phyllis Villagran's office are expected to be there. They'll be discussing the design and the future construction of that new SAPD police substation. It is a $19 million project, part of a bond program. That public meeting starts at 6 o'clock tonight in the cafeteria at STEM Early College High School. That's on Apollo Street off of Roosevelt Avenue near Harlandale Memorial Stadium. The DWI case involving District 10 City Councilman Mark White was set to move forward today with an arraignment, but that didn't happen. White's attorney asked if the proceeding could be rescheduled, citing results from White's blood draw that are still pending. His arraignment is now set for March 26th. Police arrested White in late December after he was pulled over on suspicion of DWI.
The Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say 2 suspected gang members, allegedly in a stolen car, got a huge surprise when they ended up driving near a sheriff's office promotion ceremony. Leah Campos and Destiny Ferdine, both taken into custody on Friday. Deputies had already been tracking the black Kia Forte they were in near Zarzamora and Calaveras Road. They say the pair tried to evade arrest by turning into an apartment complex and wait them out. After 5 minutes, deputies say they left the complex. That's when they were surrounded by deputies. I think we have pictures of all that. The car the deputies say they were in went through the ringer. Campos and Ferdine are now facing a lot of charges.
House Republicans are moving forward with plans to impeach Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, accusing him of, quote, high crimes and misdemeanors when it comes to his handling of the border crisis.
The impeachment effort comes as House Republicans have faced building pressure from their base to hold the Biden administration accountable on a key campaign issue, the border. Julia Benbrook reports live from Washington with more.
The border battle continues on Capitol Hill. Tuesday, Republicans in the House of Representatives took the next step toward impeaching the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Today, we present this committee with the articles of impeachment against Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
GOP lawmakers on the Homeland Security Committee claim Mayorkas has committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. But a number of constitutional experts say the evidence does not reach that high bar.
We cannot allow fentanyl to flood across our border or criminals to waltz in undeterred. And we cannot allow a cabinet secretary with no regard for the separation of powers or the rule of law to remain in office.
Mayorkas has pushed back against the criticism, and DHS has slammed the inquiry. House Democrats are calling the move toward impeachment a political stunt.
We don't see the high crimes and misdemeanors standard being met. House Republicans have clearly turned their ever-shrinking majority over to the extremists. And this sham impeachment of Secretary Mayorkas is just another sad example.
House Republican leadership has promised to bring articles of impeachment to the floor quickly. Mayorkas would be the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly 150 years. Meanwhile, a group of senators is working to address border security with a bipartisan bill. But after former President Donald Trump started speaking out against an immigration compromise, GOP House Speaker Mike Johnson said that the bill would be, quote, dead on arrival in his chamber. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Drivers on I-10 South had to find an alternate route today after a gravel truck overturned and spilt that gravel all over the interstate. Take a look here. This is video from over that spill on the upper level from Drone 12 video. It's an I-10 in Fredericksburg Road. SAPD shut down the interstate a little before 11 this morning, keeping traffic away so crews could work to upright that truck and clean up this mess. As you can imagine, traffic was also a mess for a while. Just before about 4 o'clock this afternoon, police say all the southbound lanes were reopened.
What a mess it was out there. Let's take a live picture right now with TransGuide, and you can see I-10 and Frio, the upper, lower levels, both directions, moving along about normal for this hour. But I mean, just the fact that you see cars on the upper level means the cleanup has been a success.
Yeah, that added about 20 minutes to my commute this afternoon. It was a beautiful afternoon, though. We got up to 73 degrees in Del Rio, 72 in Eagle Pass, 75 in Floresville, and 73 in Santa Maria. Closer to the San Antonio area, in Santa Jim's backyard, close to 70 degrees, 71 in Bulverde, and 71 in New Braunfels. I want to give you a sunset alert. Tonight's sunset's going to be great. We have some of those high-thin cirrus clouds overhead. Best viewing between 6 and 6:40. Temperatures will be in the lower 60s. We'll have another beautiful day tomorrow, but I've already got my eyes set on our next storm chance Friday night. I'm going to time it out for you and tell you how it could potentially impact parts of your weekend. Details coming up.
Grand Marshal Michael Quintanilla.
The Fiesta Flambeau Parade Association making it official today. Michael Quintanilla will be this year's Fiesta Flambeau Grand Marshal. He helped me pick out my Fiesta outfit a few years ago.
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah, the announcement made this morning during a press event at the Japanese Tea Garden. Quintanilla is no stranger to the Alamo City. He's well accustomed to Fiesta. He became known after being the fashion and style writer for the San Antonio Express News. He says he is honored to take on that role since at one time or another he was dubbed Mr. Fiesta.
Grew up with it. My mom would take me on the bus to see all kinds of things in San Antonio, and during Fiesta we would do that, ride the bus from the south side, and often we didn't have money like to buy the food from the vendors, but we would pack a lunch and we would just go and hang out and try to do, well, we could only do things that were free, right? And so we would stand on the corners and on the streets and watch the parades as they went by, and those are the fondest memories because I see families doing that today, and so you know, that brings it all home to me. This has come full circle for me in my heart, and it just means so much.
You can tell it does.
Yeah.
Very happy for Michael. Retired Marine Corps Major General Angie Salinas will be the honorary Grand Marshal.
Well, whether you watch dramas, comedies, or sports, you can watch live, you can binge whenever you want, but that comes with a price. And depending on how many services you have, all those subscriptions and fees, they add up. But we've got 5 ways to help you slash your streaming bill. Up next. Here's a look at what we're working on for the news at 6. KSAT uncovering years of text messages and emails between the district attorney's office and a criminal justice reform group out of Austin. We take a closer look at those conversations as we ask some questions about the legality and the potential ethics of that relationship.
Bring them home now. That was the message earlier this morning, hearing from family members of the Israeli hostages being held in Gaza. Now, it's calm and quiet now, but an emotional morning. We're going to explain what they had to say.
In order to send the next round of funding to Ukraine, lawmakers have to agree on a border solution. The fact is making local Ukrainians worried as they pray for their friends and family on the battleground. All that and more today on the news at 6. So did you cut cable to save money only now to find out you're paying for a bazillion streaming services? It happens. You may be paying actually more than you realize for things you don't even watch.
Yeah, all those icons look very familiar. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz with 5 ways to rein in those bills.
So we have Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus.
Brady Duran's bills to keep up with all of his must-see shows add up, but he doesn't want to miss out.
If we can still watch what we want for less, I'm all ears.
Let's get to it. 5 ways to shrink your streaming bill.
First, you can become a service hopper. And that's subscribing to a service, binging all the shows you want to watch, and then canceling before moving on to a different service. And there are apps and websites like Just Watch and Real Good that can help you keep track of all the shows and movies you want to see, and then get alerts when they become available on one of the services you use.
Number 2, consider a cheaper tier. Not long ago, streaming services offered only one price option. Now, many have added cheaper plans, some with commercials. For example, Disney Plus Premium is $13.99 a month. The basic plan is $7.99 a month. Number 3, keep track of all of your streaming subscriptions by putting them on one credit card, which leads to tip number 4. Each month, review every service you're paying for and determine if you can justify the cost. This can also help you catch any sneaky price hikes.
Finally, an obvious way to save money is to use a free streaming app like Pluto TV, the Roku channel, or Tubi.
The freebies have classics and movies and some original content. They also have ads. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that you can get KSAT Plus for free.
That's right. It's another freebie to add to your rotation.
Or you can subscribe on the YouTube channel to KSAT.
Yeah.
Just
also
many
free.
ways. Also free.
Or the KSAT Weather Authority app.
KSAT Weather Authority. That's a whole separate app.
All the free
Totally
ways.
free. Yeah, hey, take a look at those clouds out there right now, though. We are seeing some of those cirrus clouds. Cirrus clouds make for beautiful sunsets and sunrises. So make sure to check out that sunset. It happens around 6:10 tonight. 70 degrees outside right now. Winds are calm. Humidity is low. We'll be looking at temperatures falling quickly after sunset. By midnight, it's going to be 50 degrees, so a little bit of a chill in the air. Then our attention turns to our rain chances. Storm chances spike, as you can see, Friday night into Saturday morning. I think most of the rain is going to be completely done by the time we see the sunrise on Saturday. So this should not impact your plans over the weekend, but it could wake you up in the middle of the night Friday night. So let's go ahead and talk about the weather setup. Can you see those cirrus clouds moving in? Beautiful. We'll be looking at more cirrus clouds tomorrow too, but in general, it's quiet across Texas. Areas of rain are really out near Ohio, parts of the Midwest. We've got high pressure system really in control right now. That's why we've had those chilly mornings, comfortable afternoons, and we'll continue to see that tomorrow. Our next storm system, you can really see it. It's all the way out in the Pacific. Beautiful counterclockwise motion of this very large storm system. This low pressure system is our next rainmaker. You can already see that it's producing some rain for parts of California. That low is going to take its time getting to us, though, and we're not going to see the showers and storms until Friday night. Here's a look at Thursday evening. A lot of rainfall for California, snowfall across parts of Nevada and the Four Corners region. Going to be looking at some snow as well. That low will be getting to us by Friday night. That's when we could see some rain, perhaps as early as the Friday evening commute, but I really think the storminess will work its way in overnight Friday into Saturday morning. This is a look at Saturday right at midnight. So Friday night into Saturday morning, all along that I-35 corridor. But by dawn on Saturday, most of that rain should be well east toward the Houston area, Corpus Christi area, and we'll actually have a pretty nice weekend. So you don't need to worry about weather impacting your weekend outdoor plans, other than perhaps a little bit of wind. How much rain could we see? Well, we've seen a lot of rain for the month of January. This storm system is likely going to produce anywhere from half an inch to an inch of rain around San Antonio. Less rainfall amounts further west you go toward Del Rio, and more rainfall out east toward Hallettsville, Gonzales, and areas closer to Houston. Up to an inch of rain, that's good rain. That could help us out with the drought. Now, as our KSAT 12-hour forecast shows tomorrow's going to be pretty status quo, a lot like today. 45 in the morning. By 10, though, we'll already be in the 60s. So a quick warm up, 69 degrees by noon, 73 for the high. We'll have light winds tomorrow from the southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Take a look at your screen. Here's a look at neighborhood highs. Bernie, 71, 73 in Hondo, 73 in Floresville, and 73 in Seguin. We're going to have another pleasant day on Thursday. A few more clouds Friday, then the rain moves in Friday night into Saturday morning, and gusty over the weekend with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Coming up at 6, we're going to talk about how this upcoming rainfall could potentially help the drought, guys.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
All right, we know Victor Wembanyama will be at All-Star Weekend now.
And he'll be doing even more. He'll be a rising star announced today by the NBA. Plenty to look forward to, and Wembanyama just continues to stuff the stat sheet. He leads all rookies in points, rebounds, and blocks. Jeff Traylor and the UTSA football team announced a new addition to the coaching staff today. Galen Scott joining the Roadrunners from Louisiana. The details right after the break. Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama not only leads San Antonio, but also all NBA rookies with 20.6 points per game, 10.1 rebounds per game, and a league-high average of 3.1 blocks. Last night, Wembanyama stuffed the stat sheet, recording his 4th straight double-double in 31 minutes of action. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the Spurs to overcome a late Washington rally as the Wizards ended up stealing the win inside Frost Bank Center, 118 to 113. Wembanyama came away with 3 blocks and a steal, but also turned the ball over 4 times in the first half, which is an area he and the Spurs as a whole are trying to clean up.
It's always one of the things I'm trying to reduce, the turnovers. But it's, we've come to a point in the season where we know each other more, and it's, we should be more certain about what we do, more decisive. So it's, so I'm definitely gonna look at the film and reduce my turnovers.
Wemby has improved at an exponential rate, so no reason to believe he can't reduce that stat. And today, Wembanyama was named a 2024 Rising Star, so even more to look forward to come All-Star Weekend. The UTSA football team announced the hiring of Galen Scott out of the Louisiana football program, where he was a linebackers coach for 3 seasons. Scott will be the Roadrunners' defensive pass game coordinator and linebackers coach, and he brings a decorated resume to UTSA. Scott helped guide the Raging Cajuns to a bowl appearance this past season, and in his tenure helped lead the program to 25 wins as well as capture a conference championship.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
All right, reports are circulating that the Washington Commanders met with Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn this morning for the vacant head coaching job, this being the follow-up interview with Quinn after the initial interview. It's important to note Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson informed the Commanders this morning he will be staying in Detroit after all, so that could open the door even wider for the possibility of Quinn being hired in Washington. It'll continue to develop.
Can't he go somewhere else? Like, not the arch rival of the Cowboys. Not
Exactly.
Washington.
You wish you could pick.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Mary.
We'll be right back.
A ditto day tomorrow. We'll ditto the weather. 45 in the morning, 73 in the afternoon. We'll see storms roll in Friday night into Saturday. Some of those could be on the stronger side, but I don't anticipate any damaging weather. Just to wake you up in the middle of the night, Friday night into Saturday.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. And thanks for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.